Thank you for joining us here at the First Alert Desk on Atlanta News First Plus. We are breaking into your continuing coverage for breaking news right now into our newsroom. Police responding to multiple people, reports of multiple people shot in the downtown area. I do want to take you straight out to this tweet, which I'm going to have trouble showing you, but I'm going to read this off to you from Atlanta Police, asking folks to just avoid the area, saying the Atlanta Police Department can confirm that officers are investigating multiple people shot at 235 Peachtree Street Northwest. Please avoid the area. A public safety alert directly from APD. And if you needed to know the specific area to avoid, it's going to be 235 Peachtree Street Northeast. Again, I was hoping to show you a map here, and this is just reports at this time. This is an investigation of police responding to this area. We have been told at this time that multiple people have been shot. That we can confirm to you. Anything past that, police are still investigating. Multiple people shot in the downtown area on 235 Peachtree Street Northeast. So that is in downtown Atlanta. Again, I'm going to try to work to get you a map here, but I do believe we have an on-the-ground visual right now. As you can see, an individual being loaded up into a Grady Hospital ambulance. It does appear that this very well might be one of the victims of, again, multiple people shot in the downtown Atlanta area. And we are getting information into our newsroom minute by minute. This is along 235 Peachtree Street Northeast. Again, confirmed multiple people have been shot in the downtown Atlanta area. Atlanta police responding to this. Officers on scene, as you can see, this individual now getting ready to be loaded onto a stretcher where they will be taken away in this ambulance, what I assume to be to Grady Hospital. It does appear from what we can see, we don't have this confirmed, but that this person has an injury to their leg. Again, multiple people have been shot in the downtown area. Police now responding to this. Again, officers on scene. We have medical staff, 235 Peachtree Street Northeast in downtown Atlanta. That is where all of this is going down. Again, details remaining limited at this time, but coming into our newsroom minute by minute as we have a crew on scene showing you this live video of what appears to be one of the victims. As we report to you that multiple people have been shot in the downtown Atlanta area. I'm going to read this directly from Atlanta Police, saying that officers are investigating multiple people shot at the location of 235 Peachtree Street Northeast. The scene is still open and active, and officers are working to learn what exactly took place, what led up to the shooting, and you'll have to just bear with us. Our camera is moving around. Our crew just got to this scene, and they are working to get you as much of a perspective and a vantage point as we can. But right now, this is very much an active scene where we are receiving reports of multiple people that have been shot and officers that are actively responding to this area. Again, this is the downtown area. I had hoped to show you a map here, but I'm having some technical difficulties with that. So this is along 235 Peachtree Street Northwest. I'm just going to describe the surrounding area. Very busy downtown spot. I'm sure many of you have been down here in this area. There are a number of hotels. There is a gym in this area. Hardy Ivy Park is going to be your best location point, and I do believe our camera just went down. So again, we are working to get you a look at the situation that is unwrapping right now downtown Atlanta, where we are learning that multiple people have been shot in the downtown Atlanta area along 235 Peachtree Street Northeast. We have a crew on the ground. We're going to work to get that camera back up so we can show you exactly what's going down. But moments ago, you saw what appeared to be a man with an injury to his leg being loaded up onto a stretcher with a Grady ambulance nearby, which what we can assume is the man being transported to Grady Hospital for a gunshot wound. Now, police have not confirmed at this time. I do believe we have that shot back for you. This is a moving shot. Our Atlanta News First crew on the ground just trying to get you as much of a visual as possible, so do bear with us as that camera moves around. But right now, we are following a very active investigation. You can see Atlanta police, several other officers, and law enforcement on scene, guns they have their guns drawn. They are on standby, monitoring the area. We do not know at this time what led up to the shooting or whether the suspected shooter has been arrested. We have limited information, that being that multiple people have been shot in the downtown area, this busy spot by Hardy Ivy Park. We have a number of hotels. We have a gym. We have numerous businesses and residential spaces near here. And I am being told the Atlanta mayor's office has confirmed that 4 people have been shot in the downtown Atlanta area. I do believe that that constitutes this being described as a mass shooting. 4 people shot in the downtown area. As you can see, Hyatt Regency, one of the hotels in this spot, many businesses. This is a heavily condensed and packed area. The mayor saying on social media that 4 people were shot at Peachtree Center food court. The building is currently on lockdown. The mayor saying he himself are at public safety headquarters assessing the situation, working to get more information, but very active scene. Peachtree Center food court, again, along 235 Peachtree Street, northeast. We are working to get more information about the suspected shooter and whether there is a community threat at this time. There's no clarification on that at this very moment, but you can see several members of law enforcement standing by, several emergency response units, and multiple people in the downtown area. Again, 4 people shot, we can confirm to you at this time, and the food court nearby on lockdown right now. The reported scene of this shooting from the mayor's office. Again, we're getting information into our newsroom minute by minute here on Atlanta News First Plus, and we're going to relay anything and everything that we learn directly to you. But this is our Atlanta News First crew on the ground right now, so you could see several law enforcement agents. Atlanta police is there. I believe that was SWAT we just saw, and you can see crime scene tape that's already been put up. This entire street has just been blocked off, so I know this is a congested area. Luckily, it is not during the evening time when a lot of cars are moving through here, but Atlanta police have said avoid this area as best as you can. They are investigating and can confirm that multiple people have been shot. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens going further to tell us that 4 people have been injured. They have been shot at a food court in this area along 235 Peachtree Street northeast, and we are just working to learn more about the suspected shooter and what really led up to this shooting, and whether there is an ongoing community threat. I know for many of you folks, you might have friends, family, loved ones, yourselves that are in this area either at work or maybe they're staying at a hotel here, that you might want to check in on your people, make sure that they're in good shape. We do not have the identity of the victims yet, but we are working to learn that information at this time. Again, 4 people shot in the downtown area at the Peachtree Center food court. What we can tell you right now is that there's an active police presence on the ground and several medical emergency staff. We did see earlier during this stream that we showed you a man with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to the leg. He did look like he had a visible injury to the leg, that he was being loaded onto a stretcher, and then, of course, he is very much likely to be one of the 4 victims that the Atlanta mayor's office has confirmed as the people shot in this downtown Atlanta area. Again, 4 people, we can tell you at this time, shot at the Peachtree Center food court. That building is currently on lockdown. I do believe I have an Atlanta News First chopper perspective that I can share with you here. So let's get you a look at that. Right here, you can kind of see the magnitude of police presence that is on the ground right now. At least 2 ambulances from what we can see, several law enforcement officers. I'm going to try to put those shots from our Atlanta News First reporter who is on the ground and our First Alert chopper for you side by side so you can kind of see. And I do believe we're learning that there were 3 people who have been shot. Again, this information coming in minute by minute. I do apologize for that initial confusion. Again, we're getting information into our newsroom. 4 people have been shot. We do have a couple different perspectives for you. I'm going to take you through some of those here. On the ground, we have our Atlanta News First reporter, and then, of course, we have our First Alert chopper taking you through some of what is happening, this heavy police presence on the ground right now. Again, just trying to get you multiple perspectives. There you go. There's that side-by-side. The ground shot on your right-hand side, First Alert chopper on your left. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens confirming 4 people have been shot at the Peachtree Center food court. I'm actually going to update our graphic here so you can get the latest information of what's going on. Peachtree Center food court is currently on lockdown. If you can hear, the newsroom is busy. All hands on deck with this story. When you have 4 people shot, I do believe that constitutes as a mass shooting in the downtown Atlanta area. So again, a very active scene, several guns drawn. We can see law enforcement presence heavy in this area, and Atlanta police asking folks to avoid this spot as much as you can. This is an area with several businesses, several hotels in the surrounding vicinity. And of course, residential spaces, a lot of folks just walking around this area, pedestrians, cars, that are just going to have to avoid this spot as best as you can. We are working to learn what the exact condition is of these victims, and of course the community safety question. Is there an active community threat? So we're working to get more information for you at this time. No word on who the shooter is right now, and no word on the conditions of these victims. What we can tell you is that 4 people have been shot at Peachtree Center food court, and that building is currently on lockdown. Mayor is talking with law enforcement at public safety headquarters, and you have several officers who are on the ground investigating this along 235 Peachtree Street, where that food court is located. So best thing that you can do right now is check on your folks, your friends, family, loved ones, anyone who is in this surrounding area. And again, our First Alert chopper on your left-hand side just moving around, trying to get you different vantage points. I do believe that that is an ambulance with several emergency staff responding to a man. He appears to be in a chair. Again, we're getting limited viewing from First Alert chopper, but you can see emergency staff responding to what appears to be one of the potential victims in all of this, assessing an individual. Again, 4 people have been shot at Peachtree Center food court. That food court currently on lockdown as police investigate and canvass this scene. No word right now on whether the shooter has been apprehended or what led up to the shooting, for that matter. And we do not at this time have the condition of the victims, but we're working to learn that information from police. Typically with these situations, especially when you talk about the concern with community, we have to talk about. I do want to just take a moment. I do believe we have a video of one of the possible victims, or someone who was injured, being loaded into a Grady ambulance with a young child in their hand. Again, we don't know if this was one of the 4 people who were shot, but we do know this individual, visibly injured, being loaded onto a stretcher and taken into this Grady ambulance. That ambulance, I imagine, is about to head to Grady Hospital. multiple ambulances on scene, of course, as our first alert chopper and our crew on the ground tries to get you as much perspective as possible. Here are two other Grady ambulances, medical ambulances. One of those we saw earlier. Staff were assisting a gentleman who appeared to also have some sort of injury. What we do know at this time is 4 people have been shot at Peachtree Center food court, and the food court currently remains on lockdown. Atlanta Police, City of Atlanta, Mayor Andre Dickens currently responding to this situation, and we're working to learn more minute by minute as information pours into the newsroom. Again, we have a crew on the ground right now. We also have our first alert chopper from the sky just trying to get you an aerial vantage point. For those of you that are watching this on Atlanta News First Plus YouTube page, I am reading through all of your comments. If you have any questions, do drop them. I know I'm repeating some information, but I can see that folks are jumping in and out of this stream, so I just want to make sure that I am reiterating all of the information we know, everything that we don't know, so you guys can stay up to date with us here. But this is all live. We are showing you exactly what is happening right now in downtown Atlanta, 235 Peachtree Street Northeast. You want to avoid that as best as possible. I was hoping to show you a map just to give you just some perspective of where exactly this is. My map feature is not working right now, so I'm just going to describe this to you. This is near Hardy Ivy Park. In the surrounding area, you have Hyatt Regency Hotel, you have the Atlanta Marriott Marquise, you have Hilton Atlanta, you have a number of businesses, Pacific Rim Bistro, S&P parking, and residential spaces, as well as a lot of just congested area for pedestrians, for motorists. I mean, this is downtown Atlanta. It's as busy as you can imagine. And right now it is closed off. Police creating a perimeter as they investigate and respond to 4 people shot at Peachtree Center food court. We're going to take you to Atlanta News First, news at 3 with live reports as we continue coverage here on Atlanta News First and Atlanta News First Plus.
With breaking news.
We're following breaking news at this hour. At least 4 people shot in downtown Atlanta. Right now, police are asking everyone to avoid this area of Peachtree Center. These are live images you're looking at right now. You can see a number of first responders on the scene right now, SWAT officers as well as EMS officers too. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens just tweeted that this all happened at the Peachtree Center food court there in downtown Atlanta near John Portman Boulevard and Peachtree Street. Police say the scene's still very open and active. The building right now on lockdown, and a number of those injuries we have to imagine happened when a lot of people were heading out for lunch during the workday. Again, this happened in the middle of the afternoon. These live images from our first alert chopper right now. We could see the parking lot there, and of course, again, a number of police and first responders in that area of downtown Atlanta. It is unclear right now if the shooter is in custody. We have not heard word yet from the Atlanta Police Department yet, but here at Atlanta News First, we will stay on top of this story and keep you updated throughout the day, and of course follow us on all our social media channels. Also breaking right now, Hall County officials just wrapping up a news conference in the disappearance of a 12-year-old girl. Authorities say the latest search for Maria Gomez Perez was this past weekend. They've interviewed family, friends, and school officials. Authorities also addressed searches that have involved canine units, and they say they have seized several phones. This all as they continue to search for Maria. They're asking the public to continue to send in tips. Maria was last seen at her home on West Side Drive in Gainesville on May 29th. The Hall County Sheriff's Office says there is a $20,000 reward for information leading to Maria's safe return. On this Tuesday, warm and sunny across the metro. A live look from the top end of the perimeter. Just a beautiful day, but it's starting to warm up. We are in for more hot days ahead. Let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi. Courtney?
Yeah, it is going to only get hotter from here. In fact, so hot we have 2 First Alert weather days, Friday and Saturday. We're near record heat, if not record heat, will be possible.
And I just wanted to dip into our newscast coverage for a moment. I know we went through a couple of different stories for you folks. Just getting you back to the scene. As you can see, a Grady ambulance backing up into this area. We are going to stay on top of this on Atlanta News First. News at 3 going on into the evening, and of course Atlanta News First Plus, where we're streaming breaking news stories and latest developments throughout the day. So stick with us. Download the Atlanta News First app. It's free, and if you just want breaking news reports like this, major updates, just download the app and select the breaking news notification button. That way you only get Atlanta-specific breaking news, and you can stay up to date on this story, any major developments. We are following closely word about the suspected shooter and all of this. As soon as we get any and all information, the community safety aspect of this, we are going to relay that to you to let you know what's going on in downtown Atlanta, and of course the conditions and identities of these victims and what led up to the shooting. All of that still ahead, working to piece that together for you here on Atlanta News First Plus, and we will alert you the second that we learn any information.